Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing okay today. So obviously, since you clicked on this video, you're interested in seeing what some DIY eyeliner can really do. I'm very excited to try these DIY eyeliners. Now, I know I say this in every video, but I am genuinely more excited every single video I do because I'm doing more and more products I'm interested in. Now, eyeliner is amazing. It is my go-to with everything. If I'm just putting on quick makeup, it's mascara, eyeliner, concealer, almost every single time. Eyeliner is just super versatile, and you know me, you know I love the versatility. I say that basically every single video because I mean it, you guys. You can really get creative with eyeliner. You can go super rock and roll if you like, or you can do something elegant and dainty, and anything in between. It really hits every end of the spectrum. So let's see what I can do with these eyeliners, and let's dive right in. First things first, you guys, pop your 2 teaspoons of coconut oil in your little bowl. Alright, you guys, so step number 2 here is to put 4 teaspoons of pure aloe vera gel. Alright, you guys, so now it is the fun part. We get to put our activated charcoal in. Let's see how this color turns out. It says to break up about 1 to 2 capsules of the activated charcoal, but I just have the powder, so I'm going to be using half a teaspoon. Alright, look how satisfying that is. That is so opaque. Whew. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, you guys, so the next step is just to mix it well together, and we're done with the first one. Just be careful when you first start mixing, you guys, and the powder hasn't integrated at all, because it will get everywhere, and it is very dark. Alright, so actually, you guys, in person, this doesn't look super opaque and super black, so I'm actually going to be adding a little bit more of the activated charcoal to kind of try and achieve a really nice deep black. Right, so I'm just going to kind of do little bits at a time. I know I say that in every video, but I'm actually trying really hard to do little bits at a time. Then I'm going to continue mixing it, and we'll see if it gets to the color I'd like. Honestly, that's the best part about these DIY products, is you can really customize them to make them exactly what you want if you're not satisfied with what the recipe gave you. Alright, so since I added some more charcoal, it's actually beginning to look kind of how I want it to look, so I'm just going to add a little bit more, and I think we'll be ready to go. So on top of the half teaspoon that was already in here, I added another half a teaspoon. Alright, you guys, so it looks all mixed up really good, so let's move on to number 2. Alright, you guys, so the first step is to put 1.5 teaspoons of your activated charcoal. Step number 2, you guys, is to put 1/8 teaspoon of arrowroot powder. Alright, you guys, so the third and final step is to add some filtered water until it becomes a thick paste. So I just have my distilled water here, and I'm just going to be adding little bits of water at a time using the 1/8 teaspoon, just because I don't trust myself just to eyeball an amount of water. I will definitely put too much in. Obviously, 1/8 teaspoon was not enough, so I'm going to add some more. We're getting there. In hindsight, you guys, just mix your arrowroot powder before you add your water. It will make it easier to integrate. Honestly, with the amount of videos I've done, that's honestly something I should have known. But you live and you learn, don't you, friends? Alright, so it's starting to clump together a little bit more, so we're almost done. Alright, you guys, when you're finished, it should be a nice thick paste and should kind of look tar-like. You should be able to scoop it onto your fork and not have it fall off. Alright, so let's try them out. Alright, you guys, so grab your eyeliner brush and we're going to zoom on in on these peepers. Oh, too close. Okay, so we're going to start with the number 1, the one with aloe vera, coconut oil, and just activated charcoal. Of course, my brush is clean, so I'm just going to dip that into the first one here. Just get it nice and coated, and we're going to try it on my right eye. I'm just going to start with the wing, because I usually start with the wing and work my way up. Oh. you guys. There's kind of something there. It looks like after your eyeliner's been wiped off from wearing it throughout the day. It's like a super light gray. And I even added double the pigment into this. Guess we're not getting super creative today. I'm just gonna put it all the way along my eye. Oh, honey. At least I don't have anywhere to go after this. I hope. I'm just gonna make the wing like is really long and kind of thicker just to give it the most chance it can. It's super, super light. Like, I have a lot on this brush right now. If it's not working with this, it's not gonna work at all. Do one more once over. It's really not doing much at all. Here, I'll get closer for you guys. As you can see, it is carrying the active charcoal, but it's not helping it really stick on my face. It's kind of just staying in the aloe vera. All right, so let's try the second one. The one with arrowroot powder and just water and activated charcoal. All right, and dipping into the second one. This one's a little bit more clumpy, so we'll see how it applies on my left eye this time. So once again, I'm just gonna start with my wing because that's what I normally do. That's actually not too bad. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more on my brush just to continue up the eye and try and finish this look. Okay, so far I'm not hating it. It is really clumpy and it's not the best to apply. To apply it, you kind of have to stroke a couple times to get the line dark enough. It's actually not super bad on the second one. I don't love that it's super chunky and kind of harder to apply just because I just like that really like pointy swoop of a wing, and I really don't like how this kind of looks thick. So I'm just kind of going over the wing and the end just a couple times to darken it. What this looks like is when you're running out of liquid eyeliner, it starts drying up and getting kind of spotty and chunky. That's like exactly what this looks like. So not my favorite. All right, I'm making that one wild apparently. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in even more, and I just wanna show you what they look like compared to each other, and then I'm gonna go over what I liked and what I didn't like about these interesting eyeliners. All right, you guys, so this is the first one here. This is the activated charcoal, coconut, and aloe vera. As you can see, it didn't really show up very well. It did carry the charcoal a little bit, but it didn't give me that nice black color, even when I did add even more activated charcoal than the recipe suggested. So let's get on to the second one here. This is the number 2, which is just activated charcoal, water, and a little bit of arrowroot powder. As you can see, it is quite a bit darker, but it does go on really, really chunky, and it took me a couple times to get a nice opaque black that didn't look spotty and kind of chunky. So let's get into what I liked and I didn't like about both of these products, you guys, because I have a few things to say about both. All right, you guys, so let's start with the first one. That is the one with the aloe vera, the coconut oil, and the activated charcoal. Now, the first one did not show up pretty much at all. It definitely is not the look I am going for. I really like super potent, nice black eyeliner wing. And I know a lot of you out there probably do as well. That's kind of the goal with eyeliners, to have it nice and dark. That being said, it was really, really easy to make, and I could make a wing, and it was easy to draw with. It just wasn't super dark. This one I even added double the amount of activated charcoal, and it didn't really add any pigment at all. So I can't imagine what the recipe actually would have shown up like if I didn't add double the amount. Don't think I will be making it or using it ever again. That being said, let's get on to number 2. The second eyeliner actually did work a little bit better. The pigment did show up a little bit better, but it was a little bit more dry and a little bit more crumbly, which is probably because it did have more pigment in it. Even though it did have some clumps and it was a little bit more dry, it wasn't too hard to put on. That being said, it did kind of have that look when you're running out of eyeliner and it gets kind of like hard to put on and dry and kind of patchy until I added layer on top of layer. So the second one did pack a little bit more of a pigment punch, but it was a little bit more chunky, so it was a little bit harder to apply, but it still wasn't super hard to put on. It was just probably more dry because it has more pigment. That being said, I don't think I will be making this one again either, just because it wasn't any crazy results and it was a little bit difficult to get the color pop that I wanted. I had to layer on a couple layers. Another thing I do want to add, you guys, I don't know why none of the recipes I looked at mentioned this, but on the back of my activated charcoal, it actually says avoid contact with eyes. So it can be a little dangerous using activated charcoal around your eyes. Use at your own risk. I'm not really experiencing any irritation at all myself, but you need to be very careful around your eyes. So at the end of the day, I didn't come out with anything I really loved. Both of them had their problems. The first one was easy to put on, the second one had more pigment, but overall they weren't very good eyeliners and I wouldn't use those even if I bought them at a store. But thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I hope you guys enjoyed me failing once again at making a product that actually had good results. At the end of the day, it was fun experimenting. But don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys, and let me know down in the comments below what you guys want to see me make and try next. And I'll see you guys next time, friends.